Hey folks, welcome back to Calvin's Got Game. Today I'm continuing on with my top 100 games of all time. I'm doing my 40 to 31. Guys, before I get started, I want you to hit that subscribe button. I want you to hit that like button. Let's this video get more popularity and things like that. And I really do appreciate your comments and what you're saying about the list. And it's been really nice. And I thank you guys for that. And also, I always say, please hit that subscribe button for new subscribers. Let me tell you, I really appreciate the subscribers that I do have. You guys are fabulous. I thank you for watching and supporting me. I also have a Patreon account. I have some supporters there, and I really appreciate you guys for doing that. So, in the new year, I hope to put out more content. I always say that, but something always seems to happen. These last 2 years have been really busy for the job that I do. But I'm hoping that next year we can get more games to the table, more things done, more videos done, and hopefully we can go a little bit back to a better normal. All right, with all that being said, let's move on to my number 40. Number 40 is Valparaiso. Valparaiso is a worker placement game. You are putting people out and doing certain things that are helping you to accomplish, of course, your victory point goals in what you're doing. It's been a little bit since I played Valparaiso. I don't remember all of it, but I do know I played it at a board gaming like convention, small little convention thing at my local game store, Three Sons Unlimited. I actually won the game from there because I enjoyed it so much. I got to play it a lot, and it was a play-to-win game. So I did enjoy it. It's a fabulous game. Valparaiso's worker placement, and as you know, my tastes are kind of moving and going, and I never thought I liked worker placement games, and now I play quite a few of them, and so I do enjoy Valparaiso. That's my number 40. My number 39 is Room 25. Now, Room 25 is, people always say it's, I've never seen the movie, but it reminds them of the movie The Cube. I've never seen the movie, have no idea. But in this game, you have a grid of tiles. You don't use all the tiles in the game, so the board is always different. And you can play this as a cooperative game, a team-based game, or one versus all the other folks. So in this game, you are trying, basically, you're prisoners in this grid, and you're trying to get out. You're trying to find the exit and move it off to the end of the board. Each turn, you're going to program a couple of moves and hope you don't die. There's pushing. You can push somebody into an unknown tile. They could perish. They could be dead in the first round, which I've actually done. Sorry, Lewis. And it was his very first time to play the game as well. And we happened to be in the same room. I pushed him, hoping, I thought it was going to be a good room, and it wasn't. And his character died on the bout. I don't even think he got to take a turn. Or he did take one turn. But anyway, the game is fun. My game group always has a blast playing it. Room 25, I don't think it gets enough love. There's a couple of other versions out there of Room 25, or a couple other adaptations. But the Room 25 that I'll have up here on the screen is the one if you can find it, it's the one you should get. Room 25 is my number 39. Absolutely love it. Number 38 is Rajas of the Ganges. Rajas of the Ganges is a worker placement game. You get to do certain things. You're trying to get your fame and your money to cross. So anytime it does that, meet or cross, you win. You're going to finish out the round, and whoever is crossed it the furthest is the winner. Here you're moving a boat up the river, and it's just such a pretty game. It's a beautiful board. There's things that you get to do. The decisions are sometimes a little more stressful because you may have a little bit of analysis paralysis, especially if you're playing with somebody that has that problem, which I don't. I pretty much have a strategy, and I go, I'm gonna do this trade no matter if I lose or not. This is what I'm doing. But you also have your own personal board, and you're setting up these tiles, and you're gaining things from those tiles, resources and stuff. But if you ever connect to another place where you can get extra rewards, and it gets all the way back to your palace, then you'll be able to get that rewards. The trail has to be able to get there. It's a great game. If you haven't played it, Rajas of the Ganges is a fabulous game. That's why it's my number 38. Number 37, card drafting game. It's Seasons. Seasons is a card drafting game. You draft cards, and then you're going to play these cards to score victory points and to try to just do better than your opponents. You're going to roll these dice in different seasons, and you'll be drafting a dice as well to be able to do actions that you have. Now, this is a pretty take that game. If you're not into take that game and you're not into punishing somebody else for what they have, then this game might not be for you. This game can be a little punishing. I have yet to win this game. I've played it with my wife. I've played it with other people, and I always get beat down because usually people who have played Magic, they're better at understanding the combinations of cards when they come through. I have played Magic this much. I'm not a real Magic fan. So there are people who out there who, if they played Magic or they understand the combos better than I do, they'll wipe the floor with me, and that's just true. Now, my wife, I think it's just sheer luck because she never played Magic, and she kind of doesn't always understand. And I place over here because she usually sits that side of me at the game table. But yeah, I love Seasons. I love the drafting aspect of it. I love the rolling of the dice, selecting a dice, and being able to do what actions are on there. And it's really, really good. And the cool part is you can't put out more cards than you have something for. I can't remember what it's called, but you can't put another card out until you get another something to where you'll be able to do that. Move up your little cube on your board to be able to place out other cards. So it has multiple ways of trying to move up on certain things so that you can get more stuff, which I really like. And that's why Seasons is my number 37. 36 is Police Precinct. Police Precinct is a cooperative game. This game is about being a police officer in a police precinct. You're going around solving murders, or you're trying to solve a murder and capture that person. But while you're doing that, other crimes are happening. Robberies, kidnappings, shootings, all kinds of stuff are happening. And you have a police car, and you can drive around the board. You can either be an unmarked police car or a regular police car. They have the police station. So you're doing all these things, and what you're doing is you're trying to match cards to give you the strength, and you roll a dice, and if you have enough, then you get to take these bad guys off the board, or you get to solve whatever it is. So it's a fantastic little game. I like it a lot. Well, it's not little. It's a big game. The board's pretty big. But Police Precinct is a great game if you ever want to be a police officer. This kind of gives you a little bit of a simulation of what their day must look like, answering calls here or there, while also trying to figure out and investigate a murder or something. That's why Police Precinct is my number 36. I like it a lot. Number 35. And I thought this would be higher on my list, but since I did the rankings through Pub Meeple, which is more, I think it's more objective than me just going, objective than me just going, hey, I like this game, I'm going to put it here. I like this game, I'm going to put it there. This would pit two games together, so I had to vote which one I wanted, and it continued to do that until it came up with my top 100. So, number 35 is A Touch of Evil Dark Gothic. This is a card deck building game, and it is from Flying Frog Productions. I don't know why my wife fell in love with this game as much as she did, but we played this game quite a bit. I even bought some of the expansions for it, and we've added them in. She still enjoys the game with the expansions, which sometimes hinders her. She gets used to the base game, and adding the expansions in sometimes loses her with what she wants to do. Not that she can't understand it or anything. She just would rather play the base game. So, and I'm like that as well sometimes. I don't like adding expansion sometimes when I like the base game so well, and I put in an expansion that gives little rule things and stuff that I don't really care for, and I think that's what bothers her sometimes. But Dark Gothic you can play cooperatively or you can play competitively. And if you play cooperatively, you're fighting the bad guys together. And so you have, I think it's 4 resources. You have knowledge, might, and something else. Intrigue or something. I can't think of what it's called. And then you have wisdom. And wisdom can be used for anything, but you're buying other cards to help your deck get stronger so you can defeat the big bad guys. But if you get 10 cards in the shadows, you lose. So, and there's lots of ways to get cards in the shadows. So this game is fantastic. If you like deck builders and you're looking for a new deck builder, this is not a new game, but it's been out a while. But I do love Dark Gothic. There's something about the game. Of course, I love the artwork. It's just still photography of the characters in the game, which I really like a lot. So, A Touch of Evil Dark Gothic is my number 35. Absolutely love it. Number 34 is a Ryan Lockett game called Islebound. Islebound, you're going through and you're conquering... sometimes you're conquering little places so you could own them, and you go and get resources, you get fish and some other things, and you're trying to build up your area, and the more area you control, the better you're scoring, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But it's not a complicated game at all. It's very simple-ish. But I really like it because it is kind of a nautical theme. It's not really pirate, but you're sailing to different isles and doing different things and gathering resources. I really enjoy the game. 34, Islebound. Number 33 is Teotihuacan, City of Gods. And I don't know if I said that right or not, but I gave it my best shot. So in this game, you have dice as your workers, and you're kind of going around in a circle with these dice. But each time you go, I think you're building them up. But you can do 2 things. One, you can get resources or get something, and the other is you're building up the temple or going up the god tracks or something like that. This game is interesting. There's always something going on, and I really, really enjoy Teotihuacan, City of Gods. And that's why it's my number 33. Number 32 is it's a superhero game. There's that word. It's a superhero game called Sentinels of the Multiverse. Now, this is not your DC deck building game. This is not a Marvel game. They have similarities to some of these characters. But in Sentinels of the Multiverse, they are generic heroes. You have, of course, your Captain America kind of guy. Now I don't want to say he's Captain America, but that's kind of what he acts like. And so you're trying to all work together as cooperative to go against a bad guy who has cards that he flips and he has evil people that come out. Not only that, but you're also either sometimes working against a location. So in this game, you are trying your hardest to beat the bad guy, to overcome the location issues. This game is really, really good. I enjoy it. Lots of little tidbits of things to keep up with. I think that's one of the negatives for it. That's why it's a little low, 32, because there's so much maintenance and upkeep on remembering, I got a +1 for this. I have to take a -1 for this. Lots of stuff like that. But Sentinels of the Multiverse is a fabulous game. That's why it's my number 32. Number 31 is Aventuria Adventure card game. Now, this one is also, once again, it's cooperative. You have these people. It's a lot of, I want to say, storytelling at the beginning. You're going to make decisions. Somebody will roll a dice. Some things will happen. But as you get to the fighting part, that's when you start using your deck of cards. And in this deck of cards, you'll get to fight off these bad guys. But depending on what you roll and other things, there's a lot of luck in it sometimes. But this game is a lot of fun. I think if you like a Dungeon and Dragon experience, or not a, yeah, Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah, Dungeons and Dragons experience with a game master. You don't need one here. This one kind of does it for you, but it tells a cohesive story. I enjoy the story. It is a great game. Aventuria, adventure card game. I need to get more of it, more of the content. I only have, I think, a couple of the... I have one expansion, I think, and the base game. So this game is fantastic. Of course, kind of once you play through the scenario or campaign, you'll kind of know what happens. Although you can play them again and figure it out. You can make different decisions or whatever. But Aventuria, my number 31. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this list. I hope you found some games on here that you might go check out. And let me know in the comments what some of your favorite games are. What do you think would be on your all-time 100? And guys, let me know what you think. Wow, that was pretty low for you, because we hear you talk about it other times. And remember, like the video, hey, and subscribe. I sure would appreciate your help in getting this channel to grow. Guys, get a board game to the table. Spend time with your friends and your family this holiday season. And once again, thank you for watching Calvin's Got Game.